So welcome to another edition of A Realm Reborn. We should be finishing up the 2.55 storyline today, so please look for it. Last we left our heroes, we'd cleared off the bridge from the incoming attacks of the Dravanian horde, though Nidhogg did not show up for some reason. Started the chorus. Other than that, yeah, so speak to Menphilia at the Rising Stones. Okay. Haru is always full of fear. Well, not always, but pretty close. So into the solar to speak with Menphilia. Thank you. Yeah, it was certainly an exciting time. There was a very huge dragon there. Quite welcome. Oh. Hard. Huh, does that mean she's gonna be like, I'm done, you don't need to do it for a while? Haru got on her mind. Cute as always. Suppose that makes the most sense. Oh, that is a bit of a sour sting, considering that the council basically said we can't help you at all. Maybe we should just take it as celebrating it the way that they said it was. At which point they would actually be required to help out Ishgard, so that would be positive. Anyways, Moonbrita would probably want us carousing. Well, there was bloodshed. You just said that a bunch of sellswords were killed. Haru seems upset. Well, even Tataru can get exhausted, I suppose. Kinda funny that she'd open up to me, but enough. I guess I've helped her out before. Oh, the other scions are back. And we're getting in trouble. Well, I'm sure Thancred is very... Well, no. I was about to say that probably he doesn't make commitments, but he probably makes very many commitments he doesn't agree with. Is Yadal laughing? Oh boy. Wow, that is quite a few of them. Oh wow, she's making her play right there. So... out. That looks like an Elizen. And 2 Hures. Wow, they're definitely not happy with him. Alright, to Tataru's desk, which he is absent from, actually. I have to admit, I kinda suspected that looking at the quest text. Perhaps she explained where she was going to Falame. Okay. So... it's Tataru. Okay. Oh, there she is. On the other side. I wasn't paying enough attention. Oh, come on, don't give me that. Tell me what's wrong. Small things are important too. We're nodding themselves, like, giving a bow and a wink in the direction of the fact that we're a silent protagonist. Wow. That's kind of adorable and terrifying. All of these random materia that they dumped in my inventory. Daring combat with a Eldgoat and out of ventures class. I was kind of wondering where the other kids were besides Koharu. But I don't really see them, so... Well, apparently I am going to see what Tataru has to talk with Moonfili, because I like butting my nose into things. That's the way things work. Alrighty then. Hopefully she's not leaving. Not mining again, is it? So Tatara wants to be a fighter too? Apparently she nearly ran Horriboulder over. Interesting that she didn't come to any of us for help. But I suppose going through the guilds would make the most sense. Why do I get the feeling my name is gonna come up here? Yeah, they do sort of run me ragged, don't they? Oh, that seems to make a lot of sense to me. Seems well suited to her. I mean, she's pretty good at math, right? Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. Yep, so it does turn out to be me. Sure. What is my prioritization? Is Tatara more important or this escort duty? Oh. That seems reasonable enough. Welcome, Minfilia. Oh, it's no problem. I'm used to this kind of a thing. What, moments of peace in between Thancred being accosted by admirers who thought that they were his only true love. True. Not that I was actually really asked. It's kind of weird to be hero worshipped like this. Aww. There are an awful lot of great combos in the Scions. Right, so to Camp Tranquil. I will attend to Tataru afterwards. Unsettled, huh? That's not a good sign. Ouch. I'm tempted to go back and tell Minfilia to go find this asshole another escort. Issamhar, huh? Issamhar is the location of the new Palace of the Dead, which is pretty interesting content, actually. Kinda simple, but interesting. Pretty good for leveling random characters, actually. Also, you can get a very nice weapon out of it. Have your readings, sir? I don't like this guy. And, of course, wild beasts, as indicated by the helpful purple mist. Several wild beasts, I suppose. Oh, so close. So far. Wow. I'm sorry, fireballs aren't exactly quiet. That's an inconvenient spot. Yeah, so I've played a little bit with Palace of the Dead. Unfortunately, as in a lot of things, RNG is pretty heavy. The way that it works is that because of the weird aesthetic composition of the city, or the dungeon, you must have a weapon, be equipped with weapons and armors of pure ether. So you don't use your normal gear, you just use whatever you have on you. So how do you upgrade the gear that you get in the dungeon? You don't find new gear, you instead just upgrade these sort of representations of gear. So you have, like, charged weapon and aether armor or something along those lines. And you just level them by finding chests which increase their pluses. But just because you found a chest does not mean that you get a plus. It is not guaranteed, so... By the way, man, my chocobo isn't quiet either. Ha! I suppose helping him to finish his readings as quickly as possible would be better than laughing about causing him more trouble. It's so satisfying. Technically speaking, I might have just hit him with that canopy. Oh well. He seems fine. Oh, I'm glad that you're enjoying yourself. Like, huh? As I keep walking. So in any case, it's random whether or not you actually get the chests, and it's random whether or not they'll actually upgrade your weapons and armor. The lower level the weapons relative to the content that you're doing, the more likely it is that the upgrade will succeed. It's just, you know, kind of a bit of a pain. But the weapons you get out of it, if you get the armor and arm up to level 30, then there is a quest you can do or somebody that you can talk to turn it into an eye level 135 weapon, which is quite nice. That's almost top grade right now. So it's definitely worthwhile for somebody who has not completed Nidhogg or doesn't like the stats on the weapon. So yes. There is also the Yokai Watch event, which is going to be starting very shortly. I have historically tried to do all of the events on all of my characters, but I do not think that is going to be happening with the Yokai Watch event because apparently it is going to be quite difficult to actually complete all of it. You do have a large amount of time to do it in, something like a full month, but it's going to involve random drops from fates, so that's not as good. Stop complaining, man. Yes, I'm being super lazy. Well... Oh boy, more measurements. Faithful. I'd hang him over the edge of Camp Tranquil if I thought I could get away with it. Hey, Earth found. Yeah, that's where the Palace of the Dead is, by the way, where all those people are crowded. You have to talk to a guy to get into it, so... Wow. That guy's gotta be happy. Not quite high enough level to just ignore everything running through. I mean, it's not like it can really hurt me, but it will aggro on me. Actually heavy my... Of course, once I get up here, I'd have to be even higher level and for things not to aggro on me, so... Oh, these things don't seem to be that sensitive. That's convenient. Alright. It is a pretty place, Earthfont. No enemies this time? You're off like that, dude. Oh. It's real. Isn't it? Or, no, that's Wilbred. Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to some people. Red. And no marks on him. Realize he was probably attacked by somebody he trusted. Bad news. Oh, don't be so... Like, of course I wouldn't have to... I wouldn't be this upset if... just because you made me do escort duty. This doesn't damage our blade. Probably because he knew something he was supposed to. Or they just wanted to frame him. So, because both of these in order. Yep, there she is. Oh wow, bunch of baby Arcanists. Carbuncles is like drug sniffing dogs. Just checking up on you. I believe in you, Tataru. Why not? Yeah. Zephyr Gate then. Go. I was nearly startled by my own chocobo fall. Well, that's not going well. Oh. Well, that went poorly. Sorry. Okay. You have plenty of warriors. I know exactly what she's talking about, because certainly I'm not very good at some things. Not excellent at tanking for... I totally teleported to the... disappointing land. And you're not just a receptionist, you're also the financial person. Why not? Yes, actually you can. Sure. Costa del Sol, huh? Makes sense given it's supposed to be a resort town. You want me to defend you? Alrighty then. Standing watch. This seems familiar. It's not small. I was expecting, you know, some random little crabs or something like that, not something large and ugly. Oh, still not too terribly difficult. Just with a lot of hit points. Blood pearls. Aww. No problem, Tataru. Does seem kinda ominous. Seriously, we are gonna see her again, right? Probably better news. Yes. It did not exactly work out the way she wanted it to, but it wasn't terrible. That's no problem at all. Kinda double booked me, though. It's a really ominous quest title. More or less, kind of, approximately. Fair enough. Do. A lot of people have been lost. Hard on yourself, Minfilia. Fortunately. It's the problem with politics. Minfilia. Found what? So who owns the Mirage Trust then? Presumably the Syndicate. Should have put Tataru in control of the books. Hindsight's 2020. Alpha node. Oh, there's your daily dose of ominous. Oh, there's nobody here. Promenade, then. actually kind of part of an escort's duty. I don't see anybody down there. Oh. Okay, well, I guess I'll have to be fashionably late then. Of course. And smuggle some stuff out of the fragment chamber if I am too late. Is she one of your girls too, Thancred? Old Mummity? Yeah. Friends might be a little bit strong, but she's certainly a friendly acquaintance. Right? Black brush would be the fastest way to get there. Nothing wrong with me running down the track. Though I know it'd be a pain to program, it'd kind of be awesome if this actually had trains on. Wait. God, how long was she planning on waiting for me? Waiting at all, I guess. What's going out here? contacting on LinkedIn.
O Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line. Through my weakness, the glorious house of Ul has all but disappeared beneath the sands. For want of the strength to raise it up again, it were better that it fall. Forgive me, but I know not what else to do.
Is she planning on abdicating tonight? Active mode. Stand up on the stool. Complicated. I suppose so. I don't know. Things are kinda looking a little nerve-wracking. Wow. Everybody wants to meet with me. I thought the party was already in swing, though. Grace hasn't attended yet?
You needn't trouble yourself so. Your Grace is most kind, but it is no trouble to me, rather an honor. If your Grace is ready, I shall summon the Warrior of Light. I am.
Everyone looks to be in high spirits.
With good cause.
A common victory may serve to unite even the most unlikely of allies. You've brought us one step closer to a united Eorzea.
Your modesty knows no bounds, Antecedent. Were it not for your efforts, Sir Emmerich would never have become such a steadfast ally. When he convinces his countrymen to rejoin the Alliance, we shall all reap the benefits, military and economic. I tell you, we are on the cusp of a new era of unity and prosperity. Territorial disputes are all that divide us now, but I have faith that we will find an amicable solution in time. And failing that, I'll have my trusty Warrior of Light box the ears of all concerned. Speaking of whom,
She will be joining us shortly. A matter at the quicksand required her attention, but it did not sound serious.
All right.
Enter. Your Grace, your guest has arrived. Pray, come in, and take your ease.
"'Tis well that the steps of faith held against the Horde.
And what of the city proper?
We sustained some few losses, but the heart of our nation yet beats with vigor. I am not certain I could say the same had we not received your most generous aid.
An attack on Ishgard is an attack on the realm. We stand together or fall divided.
Such noble words, after the fact.
I had hoped to speak in the presence of her grace, but it seems she has been delayed. That being the case, now would seem as good a time as any. Honored friends, pray allow me to convey Ishgard's warmest gratitude for your part in the defense of our lands. 'Tis upon the success of this very alliance that my recommendation to throw open the gates of judgment shall be founded. With the blessing of the Archbishop, it is my hope that Ishgard will soon be reunited with her long-estranged sister nations, and that Eorzea shall once more be as one.
Very well.
Is aught amiss?
Nothing to worry about. I shall return anon. You wished a word, Yu Hase?
You may go. Your Grace. You must be curious as to the reason for this private audience. The matter I would discuss, however, will soon make apparent the need for discretion. I intend to abdicate the throne and dissolve the monarchy. You have seen for yourself the storm of turmoil that howls through our streets. The government fails in its responsibilities, and my subjects suffer the consequences of our incompetence. But I will see them suffer no longer. The victory feast shall provide the stage on which I declare the dissolution of the Sultanate. 'Tis mine intent that the ruling class of our golden city should take its place beside the common man in a fair and equitable republic. No more shall this nation bow to the whims of a privileged few. Yet, that which I propose will entail the tearing up of this city's very foundations. And even Raen, with all his strength and influence, will be hard-pressed to keep his footing on such treacherous ground. Thus would I ask you to lend him a steadying hand. You who have endured the wrath of innumerable foes are the one hero in whom I can place my trust. Will you do this thing for me? I am truly grateful. More grateful than I can well express. How much we have both changed since that day we met beneath the Sultan tree. And the days ahead promise to change us further still. I hope that we will recognize ourselves when all of this is over.
They were waiting outside.
Your Grace!
I've been framed.
Her Grace, the Sultana, is dead. Poison in her wine? You did this!
Spare us your denials! I see no other suspects, and the room has but the one entrance. I hereby accuse you of regicide. Men, arrest this viper.
Poison to kill somebody in a locked room.
Sir, barring a few exceptions, we have detained all those with allegiance to the Scions. The Rising Stones is also under our control.
I never trusted that guy.
And what do you hope to achieve with this mutiny?
Why, that which we have striven for all along, Commander. The salvation of Eorzea.
Party still goes on.
What is the meaning of this?
Knights from the homeland. This cannot bode well.
Lord Commander, we have received an urgent message from the Holy See. I am grieved to report that your serpentine foes have resumed their assault. Needless to say, your presence is urgently required. These knights have come to bear you swiftly home to Ishgard.
A surprise attack?
We've had no such word from our men, and the timing is most fortuitous to catch us away from the city.
Most fortuitous indeed.
Lord Commander, we must away.
You have been a most gracious host. I hope that I might one day return the favor. Come, Lucia.
Suspicious. Go to the Scions.
Whatever is going on in there? Ah, the ever-dutiful brass blades. I must apologize, but my dance card is rather full. Another time, perhaps?
Thancred, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. You stand accused of committing acts of espionage in service to the Garlean Empire.
Espionage? What in the seven hells are you talking about? Ah, if you're referring to that business with the Ultima weapon, then you must understand, I wasn't myself.
Under interrogation, an Imperial prisoner revealed your involvement in numerous dealings with the enemy. We've also been investigating reports that you are a practitioner of forbidden arts. You'd best come along with us.
You invite me to your party and now you want me to leave? I do so detest receiving mixed signals. Come then. I believe I've lost my appetite for this farce of a celebration.
Are hitting us on all sides. And so much for the party at this point. Like Teleji isn't done yet. Well, after all, he hasn't announced the Sultana's
You go
demise.
too far, Lord Adeleji. By what right do you march armed soldiers into a royal banquet and eject state visitors without her grace's consent? You treat the brass blades as your personal army and show contempt for the throne with your every act. Leave us. Now.
Is that an order, General? Mayhap you have mistaken me for one of your flames. You will find I am not so slavishly obedient. And you lecture me on personal armies. As for your outrageous claim that I have shown contempt for the throne, let all here observe that it was not I who feasted while an assassin removed its occupant. I expect this is your idea of defending the nation, is it? This and diluting our forces through these distractions in Cartano and Kurthus. I do begin to see how the ranks of the immortal flames came to be riddled with Garlean sympathizers. You are plainly unfit for command.
Wait, goddamn you. Your words make no sense. What assassin?
You mean to say you don't know? We caught the vaunted champion of the Scions in her Grace's private chambers, not moments after the deed was done.
No! No, this cannot be!
Save your breath. You will need it to plead your case. You and your entire order are to be tried for this atrocity.
Shit.
Bring in the prisoner!
Elbert.
This woman stands accused of poisoning Her Royal Majesty Nanamu Ul Namo, and as suspected accessories to the crime, all members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn will be detained for questioning.
This is madness!
What a pity. Who'd have thought your tale would end like this?
Should you demand further proof, a vial with traces of the substance used to poison her Grace was found upon the assassin's person.
Wow, what a setup.
How very convenient.
You would speak of convenience? Who persuaded her Grace to host this celebration? A diversion which presented you and your confederates ample opportunity to commit the crime, and a crowd within which to fade from view. A more convenient occasion I could scarcely imagine.
How dare you! After all we have done for Uldar!
Hold your tongue, witch! I'll not be ensorcelled! I know all about the dark gift that you and your disciples wield. Oh, yes. I've observed how you worked upon the minds of the Alliance leaders, bending them to your will. And what of your cordial relationship with Sir Emmerich? For years, Ishgard abjured all contact with the outside world, and now the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights treats you with the familiarity of a childhood friend. I'll tell you what I think. I think this desperate defense of Ishgard was but a ruse to deceive us into dividing our forces. Your next move will be to charm your Kurthan allies into invading our lands. Now that is truly ridiculous.
How do you even think of this stuff?
She cannot be dead. Stand aside, Ilbert. I want to see the Sultana.
Spare yourself the pain, brother. I saw her with my own eyes. For a mercy, the poison took her swiftly. Her handmaiden can attest to that.
This cannot be. Nanamo. No!
Plainly, the Royalists can no longer be relied upon to keep our nation safe. And so it falls to the monitorists of the Syndicate to govern Uldar. But should you wish to help us, General, we would be more than happy to entrust the task of planning Her Grace's funeral to you. It seems only right that you should bury your precious Sultana, and we will be glad to be rid of that burden.
Wow, dick.
I'll bet you will. You more than any man.
Whatever do you mean?
I mean you had her killed, you black-hearted bastard!
What rot! Though I did have sufficient motive, 'tis true. That young lady caused me no end of grief. She always was a most unwilling puppet. I dare say Her Grace was grateful that someone thought to cut her strings.
You
Not
would
that
mock
bright.
her, then mock her from hell!
What?
Oh. Now there's been 2 murders.
Have you lost your mind, General? It is forbidden to draw steel in the royal chambers, much less slaughter our fellow syndicate members. You're one of them. You've been in league with the Scions all along.
You're next, you scheming bastard!
Oh.
Oh, Raban! 7 hells!
Admiral, we must leave.
Ah!
How unlike you, old friend. I did not expect to take your arm so easily.
Take the Scions into custody. They have conspired to commit regicide. And arrest this traitor as well.
Ilbert, I hope you choke on their coin.
'Tis better than the dirt I've supped on these long years. We can't all abandon Alamigo and become great war heroes as you have. You are not the man you once were, Raban. Since that girl strapped the yoke around your neck, you've become docile. She took the mad bull and cut off his balls, and a bull that cannot rot is fit for naught but slaughter.
Oh, I think that hurts worse than cutting the arm off.
Shall I tell you who really killed your precious Sultana? It was me.
You die!
I hope that wasn't a load-bearing pillar. All of that he thought to free
Not
me.
for a moment. But there is more to this than I yet understand. Flee this place. Clear your names. Find out who is behind this plot. It is the only way. Now go!
Had his arm cut off and he's still fighting like a badass.
Ah, there you are.
Thancred! Where have you been?
Avoiding the fumbling advances of some very persistent admirers. When I realized the celebrations had turned sour, it seemed prudent to slip away and take stock of the situation. 'Twould appear that much of the city is already under tight guard. It occurs to me that expanding the Brass Blade's authority may not have been such a wonderful idea after all.
The success of this plan was contingent upon those thugs having the run of the place. Just how long has this scheme been in motion?
The careful preparations, the maneuvering of forces. I am inclined to agree with the General's insistence that a deeper plot exists here.
So, would I be right in thinking we now have an excuse to pummel as many brass blades as we like?
Unless you plan on pummeling them all, I'm not sure that will greatly aid our cause.
The Sultana's assassination was but one part of the scheme. We too were its targets. And though we did not share poor Nanamo's fate, we are yet hobbled by the charges laid at our door. Where now might we seek refuge?
Where indeed, we may safely assume that our foe has thought to have the Rising Stones watched.
Forgive me for stating the obvious, but our choice of destination will matter little if we cannot secure an escape route out of Ul'dah. Happily, I believe I can provide one. Papashan once told me about the passages hidden in the walls of the palace. If I recall correctly, the fireplace in Nanamo's chambers conceals the entrance to a tunnel.
I hope so,
It
'cause
should lead
otherwise-
outside the city and allow us to avoid any messy confrontations.
I hope it's a, that it's there, otherwise we're gonna find ourselves in a stuck.
The rest of you go on ahead. I'll handle this lot.
By yourself? I suppose I shall just have to join you.
Crystal Braves too, huh? Now this should be interesting.
Ida! Papalimo!
We will hold our pursuers here. Hurry, now! Find this tunnel of Thancred's.
Minfilia, we cannot linger.
Choice.
Now look what you've done.
Ida, are you all right? There are just too many of them.
I'm fine. I could do this all day. How about you?
Nearing the end of my tether.
This is so stupid. We're the scions of the Seventh Dawn. The ones who stand between this realm and the evil that's trying to destroy it.
And if you think we'll leave the stewardship of Eorzea to the likes of your masters, then you're sorely mistaken.
Sorry I dragged you into this, Popolimo.
'Tis hardly the first time, and I'll be damned if it will be the last. Let them have it, Ida!
I was hoping you'd say that.
Holy crap. Like they found the tunnel.
I never knew such a watercourse existed beneath Uldar.
The architecture is of the Sildine style, if I'm not mistaken. The ancients plainly foresaw the need for a ready means of escape.
Oh.
This way!
Well, that didn't take long. It seems these tunnels were not as secret as I'd hoped.
You two go on ahead. Thancred and I will deal with this.
What do you mean to do?
Only that which is required to ensure that the dawn's light survive to brighten the morrow.
Fear not, antecedent. You haven't seen the last of these fair features.
My friends.
Leave us!
What is the plan, milady? Shall I take the dozen on the left and you the dozen on the right? The odds are not exactly stacked in our favor.
Numbers will count for little when I bring the tunnel down upon their heads. Though I cannot say I relish the thought of being entombed with you for all eternity.
You wound me. I will have you know that many a maid would kill for the chance to spend forever at my side. Now, may I have the last dance?
he took an arrow in the knee.
Well, this is going splendidly. Now would be a good time, milady!
'Tis done. Forgive me, Mitra.
Farewell, Nymphilia.
Liar, he said he'd see you again.
Heidelin, she speaks to me. No. I must remain behind, but you cannot stay with me. Please, you must go on. You are the warrior of light. You are hope for the Scions and for all the realm. As long as your flame continues to burn, the light of the dawn may ever be relit. You must escape and save Eorzea from those who would plunge it into darkness. "'Tis the only way.
I am glad to see you safe, my friend. What of the others?
Scions are broken.
Damn that man! Teleji played me for a fool! I thought the Crystal Brave's mine till the very moment I felt the blade at my back.
There will be ample time for soul-searching later. For now, we must put some arms between us and Ul'dah.
Well, would you look who it is? Need a ride? I doubt it'll be half as exciting as the last trip we took. Not if I have anything to say about it anyway.
Nice sort of symmetry there.
Let's not dawdle, eh? All aboard!
Yeah, that pretty much feels like a...
I was stocking up on supplies over in Vesper Bay, you see, when your sister come up and begged a favour. Said her brother was having some trouble down in Ul'dah,
and likely needed a helping hand getting away. Thinking them ruins would make a fine hiding place, I decided to try there first. And lo and behold, there you were! Aye, and judging by them soldiers as were pouring out of the city, I arrived not a moment too soon. Ha! Must have been fate that we happened to find you there, though, eh?
I had thought to look out for Alize, but would appear she was the one watching over me. I've made such a mess of things.
And who might you be, young sir?
Pippin Taropin, Vice Marshal of the Immortal Flames. I had been on the Alamegan front these past few moons, but an urgent communication called me back to Uldar. Scarce had my boots touched the cobbles, though, when the streets erupted with cries of assassination. I immediately went in search of answers, and came across Master Alfino here. Needless to say, I did not think his imprisonment justified. The blame plainly lies with the Monitarists. Their greed and corruption are well known to me, but for them to take advantage of the situation with such alacrity...
Was that Pippin, you said? Ain't that the name of General Aldin's lad?
Yes, I am his son. Adopted, of course. 'Twas only as we were leaving Uldar that I learned of father's fate. Once I have seen you a safe distance away, I mean to return to the city and extricate him from this madness.
Then you needn't travel no further than Blackbrush. Our fugitives have a friend waiting for them there.
I dreamed of bringing about Eorzea's salvation, but in the end, 'twas I who needed saving.
To us all. I don't feel like that right now. I could better be had with this entire night not having happened. Good. I hope they let us in. good to hear that you think so, Pippin. Sky. Arthas, huh? Sherry Kurtha. Glad to receive such a welcome.
There has been word from the capital. Ishgard has weathered another assault, and 'tis said several wyverns broke through into the city proper. The temple knights succeeded in slaying the beasts, but the intrusion prompted orders to further strengthen the guard, and to place the city under a perpetual state of alert. How keenly we feel the loss of our wards at the gates of judgment. Yet we must not bemoan our misfortune. Sir Emmerich is safely returned from Ul'dah, and once more leads the defense of Ishgard. As for the matter of your asylum, I am afraid no progress will be made until the threat to our nation is diminished. But do not despair. You are not without allies. You are more than welcome to shelter here for as long as you wish. Pray, think of it as a new headquarters of sorts. The Falling Snows, or some such. All frivolity aside, any who come here in search of you will receive no aid from House Fortom. For once, the Ishgardian reputation for inhospitality shall work in our favor. Agents of Ul'dah will find their every inquiry dismissed, and their every request for entry rebuffed, until such time as their masters have acknowledged your innocence. You once fought to preserve the honor of my dear friend. 'Tis a blessing that I may now repay that debt in kind. But let us dwell no more on this. Pray, join the rest of your companions.
Would have preferred that you not have this opportunity, honestly, but thank you.
'Tis bitterly cold this day. I suspect there are those who might welcome the warmth your presence brings.
Looks like back to the intercessory. I like how they don't tell you how much time it's gonna take, though. That is the last quest in the A Realm Reborn series. Satoru! Nobody cares that it now looks like an abandoned storehouse? Like, nobody remembers? Definitely. And not the good ones, huh?
"'Tis all my doing. I believed myself the only one who truly understood Eorzea's woes. And look what that arrogance has wrought. I gave commands, influenced governments with my certainty. I treated the Crystal Braves and even the Scions themselves as pawns in my great scheme to save the realm. But in my headlong rush into imagined glory, I paid no heed to the ground upon which I trod. The salvation of Eorzea. What was it that I hoped to achieve? Did I believe that I could rid the realm of every danger and difficulty? That I could defeat the Empire and the Ascians, and find homes for every refugee? Oh, yes. I was so very clever. Become a guardian of Eorzea, I implored, and sat back to watch my perfect army cleanse the land of chaos. 'Twas all but a means to feed my own vanity. Only when all is lost do I finally realize the truth.
Oh, Alfino.
So, Master Alfino, are you content to remain a broken blade? Is there no flame hot enough to reforge you? What of the fine companions who yet stand at your side? I dare say the fires of their determination will soon have you slicing the air again with your customary wit.
I hardly deserve such friendship. And besides, where are we to go?
Alphino, if I may? Should this place not serve our purpose, then we shall go to Ishgard. Minfilia told me many times, as long as we stand fast against despair, the beacon of hope will never be lost to sight. Be it in the snow or in the clouds, we few will see that the dawn's light shines again.
You are right, Tataru. Thank you. And thank you for your kind words, Lord Orchefon. 'Tis true that Eorzea yet has her guardians. The Scions have achieved much, and 'twould be remiss of me to discard it all in a fit of self-pity. Let us then resume our journey, together, one step at a time.
Handmaiden, maybe.
All has been arranged as you desired, my lord.
Oh, he didn't sound happy. They're besties. Raen falling to the dark side.
Thou thinkest sanctuary lieth beyond. Delusion, despair, death. Thou shalt find naught else here.
That's encouraging. Terrible achievement name. And there we go. That is the end of A Realm Reborn, the patch story, this one specifically before the dawn. As I said, I'll be going into the Crystal Tower or Hildebrand storylines next, and then after I do those, I'll be heading on to Heavensward. So thank you again for joining me. We're going to be streaming Kingdom Death later tonight. About 2.5 hours. That's gonna be fun. Come watch us die, or if you're on YouTube, it's on my Kingdom Death Monster playlist, playthrough playlist, so you can check that out there as well. So, please, if you're watching on Twitch, follow me, and if you are on YouTube, please like, favorite, and subscribe. It's always great spending time with you guys, and see you around. Have a great day.